Kaya, will you go pick some corn and carrots?
Hey, we didn't see you there.
I'm Viking Ayla.
And I'm Viking Kaya.
And we're going to teach you more about Vikings.
Yay. So I'm going to teach you guys more about food. So there are a lot of different foods, and a lot of people think that we were very limited in what we ate, but that's not true. We had stuff like carrots and turnips and potatoes. We had corn, and we had different types of just vegetables, and we had a lot of fruit like raspberries, elderberries, and crab apples, and we would put them in a lot of the stuff we ate. And yeah, there's a lot more to us than what you think.
I'm going to teach you more about religion. And the Vikings were polytheistic, and they believed in lots of gods, but some were more important and more focused on than others. Like Odin was more used, and Thor, and also the Norns, because they're the three goddesses during war, and it was believed that they would fly down during combat, and they would either wish luck to the Vikings that they favored, or they joined in the combat. So yeah.
A little bit more about like misconceptions in what Vikings really are. To think that we were like savages and beasts who went out and just started conquering everything actually isn't really true. We were more simple and less barbaric. So like clothing, if you think Vikings actually wore those horns, you're wrong. The helmets were more like they had a bird's beak on their nose, and it was round around the top, and it was cut off at the bottom. There were no Viking horns. The only time we would use horns is if we were drinking at feasts or just drinking in general. And so a traditional Viking clothing would usually be, for men, they would have a fur from a hide that they would have or a hide from an animal that they would have killed, and they would wear it as like a shirt or like pants. And then if it was a woman, they would wear a dress, something like this, and they would like work in the fields. Yeah, that's basically it. We're going to talk to you about the feasts now. So during the feast, there were 4 a year, one in the spring, one in the summer, one in the fall, and one in the winter. And so they would like eat and drink and do all these different types of things. And so talk about the horse.
Okay. So, religion and the Viking feast combined together because they would sacrifice the horse to the gods in exchange for a good harvest season during the feast. So.
Yeah, and we would drink out of horns, and we would have mead and beer, and we would eat pork and different types of fishes.
Of meat.
Just meat was like the main priority for feasts, like meat, just meat. What we ate also depended on what the food was like in the area. Like we might have corn, for instance, or we would have, like if we lived by the lake or something, we would have fish. If we lived on a farm, we would eat chicken eggs and geese eggs. It just depends on the area in which your Viking came from. Now, Vikings usually originated from Scandinavia, so that'd be places like Scotland and Norway. Although girls and ladies out there, I know how much you probably thought or wanted to fight back then, but you didn't. You just stayed home and took care of the children, cooked and cleaned. I know, so stereotypical.